Hi, my name is Kate. I'm also known as Two Little Kits. Welcome to my FlossTube. I have a finished piece to share. I have works in progress to share. I have some things that are Two Little Kits related to share, and probably some stuff that's happened in real life, but it's been a bit quiet, so maybe not too much. But let's get started. I'm super paranoid that I'm gonna have food on my teeth because I haven't finished my breakfast yet. I put blueberries in my smoothie and the skins are very prone to attaching themselves on my teeth. So I apologize and profusely if I do get something on my teeth, and just know that I am way more embarrassed about it than you could probably ever imagine. So there you have it. Let's begin with the finished piece that I have, which is a new pattern that's available on my website. It's called Mental Health Happiness. It's this cute little piece here, which this is in a 3-inch hoop on 16 count fabric. And I just think it's very, very adorable. It was easy to stitch up. It was, yeah, I don't know, just like pleasant. I don't know how else to put it. I made lots and lots of changes as I was going with stitching this piece because I wanted to get the colors just right. The colors that I was working with to begin with after I finished the pattern, so many of them didn't fit the kind of hue that I was looking for with this piece. I think I changed the oranges at least like 3 times just to find something that wasn't too red or too orange or too bright. So yeah, this was definitely a good example of why test stitching something is worth the trouble in the end. Because yeah, it was definitely needed for this. But yes, anyway, you can find this on my website. It's free to download, and there are 2 versions of what it says in the pattern. It has I deserve happiness, and another version has we deserve happiness. So you can pick and choose which one you'd like to stitch. They both are the same size, they both fit in a small hoop. So if you were to do this on 14 count, you could fit it into a 4-inch hoop. It would have a little bit of a gap around the edge, but it would still look quite nice. So go grab that from my website now. There's a link in the description below. I'm super paranoid about having blueberry stuff on my teeth, so I'm gonna just slush some water. Okay, so that's my finished piece. It's not like the last, I think, 2 floss tubes where I've had finished pieces coming out the wazoo. It's just that one this time. We'll move on to Two Little Kit stuff because it's kind of related. I was writing up last month's blog post for like the monthly wrap up that I do, which you can find the link for that in the description below. And I just kept finding finished pieces for it. I think there was 5 finished pieces that I did in September alone. It was just astounding. I was very busy apparently in September, and I also worked on I think 6 works in progress as well. So I technically worked on 11 pieces, like 11 separate pieces, and finished 5 and continued on 6 of them. That's a lot. So pat on the back for me. There are other blog posts that are new on my website. I forgot to write down what they are, so just give me a sec. So I've got one that is about parenting as a parent with ADHD and allocating crafting time. So you can find the link for that in the description. And I have one that's coming, that's right, I published it yesterday, about cross-stitch symbols and the cross-stitch legend and how to like read that. So it's a super beginner blog post so someone that's just starting their cross stitch journey and might look at a pattern and be like, what is this? So hopefully that will help. I put in the post examples of all the different types of like squares that you can find. So, you know, a cross stitch, a half stitch, a fractional stitch, a back stitch, a French knot, and the last one is a blended stitch, which I can't give a good example of that, but I gave an example of what it would look like from one of my patterns. So hopefully that helps. But yeah, there's those 2 blog posts. I think it's just those 2. Yeah, just those 2. Just checking something. I'm bringing back my FlossTube notes, one sec. The next thing that's new in Two Little Kits is my Floss Daily kits are now available. I didn't grab one. I'm gonna go get one. Okay, I'm back. So these are the kits. Yay! I should have done my thumbnail as this. I've already done my thumbnail and I did it as this. But that's okay. So my kits are here and they're purchasable on my website. I am planning over the coming weekend, so hopefully by the time this releases it will have been done. I'm planning on listing these on Etsy and potentially on Ko-fi as well, so just so that they reach more of an audience. But that's my kits, and I wanted to show you what's in them. So there's the little like insert which lists what is in it. So yeah, that's that. And it comes with a piece of fabric, which is, how big is it? It's like 10 inches. I'm just gonna measure it, why not? Oh, it's bigger than that. It's 12 inches squared. So like I wanted to make sure that the piece of fabric that you were getting was huge, basically, and would have lots of room to fit into a hoop if someone were to buy like an 8-inch hoop for some reason, because they wanted to, you know, have lots of border. I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to have a big piece of fabric so that it was easier for beginners to do it. It comes with a hoop. It comes with the floss card and a needle, as you can see on the edge here. And on the back, it has two little kits tape, and it's holding a needle threader. So that's just all compact as is. I have yet to record a video, like a social media video, and probably a YouTube one as well, of what's in this. So this is all good that I'm undoing one of my kits. And it comes with the pattern, of course, and it comes with instructions. So hopefully you'll be able to see that. I might turn that off for a second because I know you'll be able to see it better then. So yeah, it comes with instructions on how to anchor your floss. So anchoring your floss, how to cross stitch, how to back stitch, and just like information on cross stitching in general. So yeah, I think I mentioned last FlossTube that I hired a illustrator. I'll just turn that back on. I hired an illustrator to do the stitches how to, so you can see the little like pictures for the stitches. Hopefully you can see that, otherwise I might edit that out. Yeah, I hired an illustrator, and the images that I got back were exactly what I wanted, and I just had to make up that. I had to figure out how to lay it all out in a way that was concise and fit onto one sheet of paper, because I really wanted to just have one piece. So the pattern on one side, the instructions on the other. I didn't want to include like a whole booklet of how to cross stitch. So yeah, it's exciting. That's everything you get. So again, it's the fabric, it's the hoop, it's the instructions, the pattern, the floss, the needle, and the needle threader. Ta-da! And yeah, it's that there. So that's available right now on my website, and hopefully by the time this is released on Etsy, otherwise it'll be like in a day or so, it'll be on Etsy too. And yeah, I am hoping, fingers crossed, that I'll get some sales, but also that it will be an awesome present idea for people to gift at Christmas time, and it's the right time of year to do that. If you're not Christmas shopping already like me, you should get on that. So yeah, kits are available, and the other thing that is related to that is my embroidery floss kit. Embroidery, what am I saying? My embroidery kits, that's what I'm trying to say, are coming very soon. So I am working on this piece here, which I should grab so that I can show you. So this is currently a free pattern on my website, but obviously the kit's not going to be free because you have to pay me for materials. So this is called Just Breathe. I could probably do with a lint roll, but it's beginner friendly in my opinion. It has stitches that you can use on lots of different projects, and I just think it's really sweet. I really like it, and so kits for this will be coming very soon. I have finished the floss cards, like putting all the floss on the floss cards for those, and oh my gosh, I've been writing out notes on what I've been doing for the kits. The cross stitch kits, I've decided I'm going to add some extra length to all the floss, but I did 24 inches for this, and so like that's 12 inches, a bit under 12 inches, and they're so long, and they're so pretty to pat. Oh my gosh, and I could make it hair. Ha! Apparently I'm in a silly mood. Anyway, so those are done. I'm waiting on I'm gonna put this back because there's a gap and it's annoying me. I'm gonna risk it because I'm thirsty and hungry. I'm not gonna edit it in, but every time I take a sip, I keep like coming up really close and checking my teeth because I've got the little screen above the lens, so I can peer at myself. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, that's right. I'm waiting on the fabric to come, which should come in about 2 weeks. I wanted to make sure that I was getting high quality fabric that was in a light grey colour so it matches my test stitch. I also didn't want to do a white because I did this as a stitch along, so I have two versions of it technically. So I've got that one, that's the first one I did, and then I've got a white version of it which is downstairs. That is like our house one, and I don't like how bright it is on white personally. It looks perfectly fine, but I wanted to make sure that the fabric I was giving was grey. So I'm waiting on fabric that's high quality. I need to write out the same like instructions, but the embroidery patterns are not going to have visual printed how to do the stitches. All of my future embroidery kits are going to be digital, and that way I can link in the how-to stitches that I have on my website, and they're all going to have their own sort of hidden page that will be able to be indexed by Google, so anyone will be able to view the page, but they won't just be linked in like my navigation on my website, if that makes sense. And the page will have links and videos to all of the stitches, how to do them, and I'm hoping that will be sufficient, but also more helpful than the visual step-by-step, because I'd have to print out a booklet for that, and I really don't want to do that. But also I need to make up the printed version, which is obviously going to look different because it has to point to all of the aspects, and explain that what stitch it is and what color it is and how many strands it needs. And like, I've got all of that as the pattern that you download right now, so it's not going to take me a long time. I just need to lay it all out, basically. So my point is, with all that rambling, the piece of paper that you get for the embroidery kits will have the pattern, and then it'll have something, and I don't know what that something is going to be. It will probably be like, one side will be a QR code to scan to get to the page needed, and the other side might be a key for the pattern on the other side. I don't know. I'm just trying to work it out, basically. So kits will be coming soon. I'm hoping that once I've got the fabric, I can churn them out pretty quick and maybe have them done early November. That's my hope. So keep an eye out for those. Hopefully that wasn't too boring to listen to. Sorry about rambling. Let's move on. I have made a bit of a mess. That's okay. We'll move on to works in progress. Oh, okay, yeah. I was just counting how many works in progress I have in my notes, and I thought I was missing one, but I'm not. So the first work in progress is Pretty Little Seattle. I'm just gonna tighten it in the hoop a bit. I think I need to stitch this one in hand. I don't know. It also needs a wash really bad, because every time I stitch in a hoop, I get finger creases all around the edges, and I can see them, I think, or maybe that's the hoop on the inside. Anyway, that's Pretty Little Seattle. I just finished the olive green color. Ta-da! It's coming along. I like the tree that I just stitched. Like that's what I just finished stitching, and I still like the clouds. I am still working out the top of the mountain, which I won't show you up close with the pattern, but you can kind of see there's half of the top of the mountain, which is Mount Rainier, and it's done in a bright blue, and so it's like there's little bits along the edge that are in a different blue, but the stripes are a bright blue, and I don't want to do that. So I need to figure out what color I want to stitch them in and add that to my pattern. Basically, I'll just write myself a note. I just keep forgetting. So yeah, there's that one. I'm already putting it away, so let's follow that. No, I did forget one. Oh, all right, I'll have to go downstairs because I just realized which one I'm forgetting. So next one is my car project, which is, I always call it my car project. I'm gonna move my needle, one sec. All right, I'm finally on a new color again. I'm doing the blue, as you can probably tell. And it's just at the edge of the lake here. But it's changed the whole pattern, or the whole piece, adding in the blue. It was looking very muted before, and now it's not. It's not a bad thing, it's just what I've noticed. So there's that piece, which is, yeah, slowly coming along, and that's the point. I just work on it when I'm in my car or at an appointment and I didn't take another project to stitch. The next work in progress that I have on me before I go hunting downstairs for the last one is the Haunted Library, which I think I was working on the black last FlossTube, but technically, and I am still working on the black now, but technically I had to take a break from the black for a bit and work on some other bits and pieces because I ran out of black in the project bag, and I just kept forgetting to put a new skein of black in the project bag. So I remembered today actually, and I've been, yeah, working on it. It's tricky when you're not doing each section at a time. I haven't done a project this big before where I just have the whole pattern at once. I probably have, but I can't remember what it was. I'd argue that the Pretty Little Cities could be that big, but I just stitched them on 18 counts. They're not that big. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, without using something like Pattern Keeper, I'm scouring the patterns to try and find bits that I've forgotten and missed with each color. So, but I'll get there. That's okay. All right, I'm gonna go and find the last work in progress. All right, I found it. I also found pretzels. So this one, I was gonna catch my breath. Hang on, I was running. So this one was the piece that I was unpicking. If you remember that from like 2 FlossTubes ago. And I think I'm gonna have to either get a bigger hoop or stitch in hand or something, but black stitching in hand is tricky in my opinion. But this is Night of the Frost Dragon. It's a stitch along that I'm doing from Flossie Fox's shop, and there's 2 parts right now, and so I'm behind, but that's okay. I don't anticipate that I'll stay caught up, mostly because I'm stitching on black. But yeah, it's happening. There is more to part 2 that's kind of here and no, not down, just on the side, which is why I feel like I need a bigger hoop. But once I'm kind of caught up and I'm just doing them each section at a time, this won't be a problem. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I know stitching in hand with black is rough. So I did move it from a Q-snap because the Q-snap was feeling really heavy, and I was not enjoying working on it. So I moved it, yeah, to I think it's an 8-inch hoop. 8-inch? Yeah, that looks like 8. But yeah, so that's the last work in progress I have. This one I just kind of, I started, it's sort of bothering me actually. I just picked up a color and started, and it was this sort of teal color. I don't even know why. I just did. I can't explain why. And it's a color that's like 2/3 of the way through the color list. So I think I've gone back. Yeah, I've gone back. That's right. And I'm working on each color in number order again. But yeah, I didn't even finish this color. I just did what was on the length of floss that I had, and yeah. I don't understand myself sometimes. But that's that. So that's all my works in progress. I want more pretzels. But let's talk about IRL stuff. And there is not a lot to talk about. So this will be short and sweet, I guess, basically. I've been listening to a bunch of ebooks. I have this app, what's it called? Headway, I think. Yeah, Headway. And it summarizes books for you. I'm pretty sure that it's all AI voices. Maybe a couple of them aren't, because you hear like when they're talking, if that makes sense. But a lot of them don't, and a lot of them have sort of strange inflections and stuff. But either way, it's pretty cool, and I'm using it to find books that I want to then go and get the full book so that I can listen to. Thank you, phone. So yeah, I've been listening to a lot of ebooks. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts about just random things, mostly small business stuff. If you do have small business related podcasts that you enjoy listening to, I would really love to find out what they are. But also, I think I'm looking for comedy podcasts that I don't need to have been listening from the start. I wouldn't mind hearing about as well. So, let me know in the comments below. That would be super. But yeah, otherwise, I had a flu shot. I'm having a COVID shot tomorrow, which I'm not looking forward to. I have missed a bunch of martial arts this last 2 weeks because I went to the chiropractor for the first time in over a year, and she went a little too rough on me to begin with, which is okay. Like, I'm good now, but I was very sore. Like, my back was very sore, and I did not want to exacerbate the pain. So I had to wait. And yesterday my youngest had a therapy evaluation that I had to take her to, and so I missed class yesterday because of that, because it basically overlapped the 2 appointments. So yeah, I'm hoping to get there tomorrow morning before my COVID shot. Fingers crossed. But yeah, I need to practice at home. I do. I keep telling myself that when I'm not able to, like while I'm driving, I remember, oh, I should practice. But I keep forgetting while I'm at home. Anyway, that's kind of it. This weekend is, I'm looking at my calendar now, this weekend is going to be super chill. I have made that very deliberate. I told all of my family that this weekend there's no play dates, no parties, no anything. We might go out together as a family depending on the weather and where we want to go. Like we might go to the aquarium or something potentially. I don't know. It probably won't happen because I just want to have a chill weekend where there is no pressure and there is no mum taxi. So yeah. And all week this week, my kids have been like, I want a play date with so-and-so. I want a play date with so-and-so. I want a sleepover with so-and-so. And I'm just like, stop it. Not this week. Not planning anything this week. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm looking at my calendar. Why am I looking at next week? Oh, I missed a thing yesterday. That was not required, but oh well. Yeah. Oh! The last thing, and I'll overlay a photo here, why not, is before I hurt my back at the chiropractor, I got my martial arts photo taken, which they hire a professional photographer to come in once a year who specializes in martial arts photography. He's like super knowledgeable about how to make a belt look nice and how to hold the weapons, and like he knows his stuff. It's really cool. And I got my picture taken even though I don't have any kids at martial arts anymore, but I was like, well, I got it done last year. I couldn't do it the year before because I'd had surgery, but I got it done last year and I wanted to see the difference in the 2 years. Not only the uniform change, but also how I physically look. So yeah, I got that done, and I'm glad that I did. So yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I would very much appreciate if you gave this video a like if you enjoyed it, and to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to leave a comment below about all the things that I said to leave a comment below about. I would appreciate that very much. And until next time, I will see you on the internet. Bye!